So yeah, but the thing is, I was raised under a Christian family, so a very conservative family.
Yeah.
So I didn't have that kind of experimental thing during my teenagers.
What part of Venezuela are you from?
Caracas.
Bless you.
Caracas City.
The capital.
Okay.
So the thing is, when I came here and I was ready for a relationship, I went on crazy, and I put my relationship first instead of me. I put the guys first and the desires instead of me. And when I broke up, and when I started, meeting other guys, I was the same, like putting
their desires first. Why do you think that's bad though? Putting the man's desires first.
And on terms in a relationship, you need to be equal.
You think men and women are equal?
You what?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
In terms of a relationship, of course it is.
Well, okay. Yeah.
I think for
Go ahead.
when it comes to love and affection, you guys need to give the 100% of each other when it comes to in a relationship.
Okay.
But
in every relationship, let's just be honest here, one person has to like the other more. That's just how it is. You can never have 50-50 attraction for each other. One person always likes each other more. Who do you think needs to be the one to like the other person more, the man or the woman?
well, I heard and read that in order for a relationship to work, the man has to be more in love than the woman.
I think
But
that's
what I
wrong.
read.
I think that's wrong.
You think that's wrong?
I think the girl
Why?
needs to like the guy more, and I don't think anything is equal in a relationship.
Why you think that?
Well, do you want a man that's a leader?
A man that's a leader? Because I'm a leader as well.
But can there be two leaders?
Of course.
Where does that work?
Of course it works.
Name one country where there's two leaders.
You cannot compare a country with a relationship.
Name one company where there's two leaders.
A company with two leaders, well, the CEO and the CFO.
No, there's
They're
one.
both leaders.
There's one final decision maker.
The final decision maker that makes it in a
That's
group.
the boss. Like he might go. He
not
might
necessarily though.
He might get their opinions.
That depends on the company structure, because sometimes the companies
There's always
make the
one person. Hold on, stop. There's always one person that has the final say. Because if that were the case, nothing would ever get done. There's one president. There's one CEO. Like there always has to be a hierarchy in everything. There's no such thing as equal leaders or anything like that. That's a very feminine way to think, by the way.
Because I'm a feminine.
No, it's a very feminine way to think. Like women tend to think that everything is equal and let's go and make things egalitarian, but that's not how the world really works. Like there's always got to be a final decision maker, a leader, a decider, etc. And typically,
but you know that the boss or the final boss that makes the decision, they need to be like on a group first to make so they all.
I'm not
can
saying
be in
that
the
they
same
can't
page.
hear it, but here's the thing. I'm not saying that he's not going to listen to their opinion. But at the end of the day, he makes the final decision. He takes all that in and then makes the decision.
Consideration.
The thing is that when it comes to a relationship, I think
that proves my point, though, that there's a final decision maker. That's what I'm trying to establish here. That there's no such thing as two leaders.
Of course there are. When it comes to the
okay, so if you're in a relationship with a man, you want to be able to boss him around?
Sometimes.
Are you actually going to be attracted and aroused by a man that you can boss around?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Depends on what situation he wants me to be the boss.
Okay. Do you want a man that's assertive and dominant?
Dominant?
Yeah. Do you want a guy that's like assertive and dominant?
Depends on the situation.
A-type personality, alpha, as they would say.
What?
You want a guy that has an A-type personality, also known as alpha?
That will be really good.
Do you think an alpha is going to sit there and let you boss him around?
Sometimes.
The answer is no.
No, just sometimes.
There's no sometimes.
Men can be dominant, but women be dominant sometimes.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
Not really.
Yeah, really.
Because the whole purpose of being dominant is being dominant all the time.
Not all
That's
the time.
You. You don't pick and choose.
Leaders have to know to delegate.
Yeah, you make the sandwich.
Yeah.
100% of the time. 100%.
Misogyny.
What is that?
Misogyny.
No, you said 100%, right? So make me a sandwich.
Yeah, that's how you become. That's how you become dominant. You dominate that sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, Marin, do you want American or Swiss?
There you go. See,
Oh, shit.
see Susie asking the right questions.
Don't follow
Hey,
the
she's
game,
single,
though.
bro. She's single, bro. She's single. There you go.
See, like, I mean, I get what you're saying, that, like, you know, both parties are equal, as in, like, they're both have good value or whatever, but the man has to be like, it doesn't work the other way around. And I also think that the woman needs to like the man more. And the reason why is because men and women are different, and women get bored in relationships more. So since women get bored in relationships faster, They need to be excited by the relationship. The only way the woman's going to be emotionally stimulated and excited by the relationship is she feels if she has a better guy than herself, which means she needs to like him more than he likes her.
Well,
But you called it though, because you said earlier you were more naive, more like sheltered. But if you really think about it, you chose the wrong people to give your all to.
Oh, sorry. What?
You chose the wrong people in your relationships. To
Oh
give your,
yeah,
to
I
give your all
chose the
to.
wrong people to spend with. Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you can't find the right person to give that to. Which
Exactly.
is your current issue, because you're saying, okay, equal, but people you had in the past weren't even for you.
I
Exactly.
think the other thing too, controversial. I think women need to put their man first before themselves. That's where women get their pleasure, is from being with the best guy that they can get and serving that man and helping him be the best version. But if the guy's doing everything and serving her, it doesn't work that way, because men are the leaders. Like, women are natural nurturers. Well, who are they going to nurture? They're going to nurture and care for the man that they
If the girl
love.
works for the man, I think that relationship won't even work with, because if a woman who does not love herself, how is she supposed to love a guy if she doesn't love herself?
Well, assuming she's not crazy and mentally stable and came from a solid household, and that's taken care of.
In order to a relationship to work, like, in my opinion, you guys both need to love each other as a person. Like, I need to love myself first. You need to love yourself first.
I mean, that's I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about finding yourself and everything. I'm talking about,
not talking about
once
that,
you find I'm talking about once you're actually in the relationship and you guys are together. I'm saying that the woman needs to like the guy more. That's how relationships last.
I disagree with that a little bit, because woman can live an entire relationship not being in love with that person and still being with the guy.
No.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I don't
Women-
think so, girl.
Yeah.
I think you have to like the guy. If not, like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
like,
there are
I'm not
sometimes
gonna
that
be there. I'm not
they
gonna be
can spend
pretending.
so many relationships without not liking it.
But then it has to be for a reason. Like, you want to get like a green card or something out of it.
Yeah, like
I'm not wasting my time on a guy that I don't like.
The man has, like, the nature of provide. So if the guy does not love the girl as the girl
There's a
loves
lot
the
of
man,
guys out there.
you're right, but
It just
the point
depends,
is,
you understand my point, like.
the woman needs to like the guy more, and it's very simple, because women need emotion. Women need to feel that feeling, right? She said before, I didn't feel a certain way. I didn't feel appreciated. I didn't feel love. I didn't get my admiration that I want. You think men give a shit about that? We go through life. We might not get a compliment from a girl until we're 30-something years old. Men don't need affirmation and this bullshit. Women need that stuff. Women need the emotional stimuli. Men don't care about that. There's guys that go through life, never got a compliment for a girl, never got a kiss from a girl, nothing. Men don't need it. Women do, though. So what I'm saying is that the girl needs to like the guy more, because women require emotional stimulation to feel attraction.
But if the guy doesn't love equal or more than the woman, how is he supposed to, fulfill those desires?
That's why I left my relationship, because I wasn't feeling fulfilled. I felt like I was giving more than receiving.
You get my point? Like,
Yeah. But men, but yeah, I get that. But in general, if a relationship's working, the guy provides way more value than the girl most of the time.
But
Because
again-
women don't get with men. Women don't get with men, right? That they see as less than most of the time.
Yeah.
And if they do, they quickly realize, like you did,
Yep.
right? Like you did, and they leave.
Yes.
So what I'm saying is that, like, men have to provide value to a degree, and if you don't, you're on a time clock till the girl realizes and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't work the other way around.
Unless the girl doesn't realize,
Yeah.
which some
Like
girls
when you're
don't.
younger.
Yeah.
When you're younger,
You make
exactly.
mistakes.
But
Yep.
but like, going back to what I was saying with you, that's why I'm saying the girl needs to like the guy more, because girls get bored in relationships more, and girls initiate breakups more than men do. How many times we'll make it simple. How many times have you been broken up with in your life?
have I been broken up?
How many times has a guy dumped you? Never? Once?
Wait. My first boyfriend dumped me.
Okay. Now, how many guys have you dumped?
More than he ever dumped me.
There you go. How about
But
you? How many guys have you dumped versus how many guys have dumped you?
I've done all the dumping.
There you go. What about you?
I'm 1-1.
Okay. You're 50% win rate. What about you?
I don't know.
You've definitely dumped
I
men
don't
more
know.
than they've dumped you, though. Oh, and by the way, this goes for the guys that hit on you as well, that even try to get a chance.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a lot.
There you
I
go.
guess a lot of the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm
That
trying to say
sucks,
is that
though,
women
most of the
reject men
time.
way more than men reject women.
Yeah.
So if someone is
true.
easily bored and rejects more,
Yeah.
wouldn't it make sense for that individual that they need to be preoccupied and stimulated more? It's just like, you just do the math. If women dump men more and women require more to be happy and women have higher standards, that means that they are the selector, correct?
Yes.
As the selector, you have more options, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So as the selector, that means that you have a higher threshold to be happy, yes?
Yep.
So therefore, for you to stay in a situation, you must be more happy and you must feel satisfied to a higher degree than the other party, correct?
It didn't work for me in my past relationship, liking the person more.
Because you chose the wrong person.
Yeah.
That's the problem here. You're choosing people that are not even giving you what you actually want.
But here's the thing. On paper, though, hold on. This is why it's so important. He kept you around for 5 years, even though he didn't provide anything. Think about that. Because you liked him more.
Yeah.
So that proves my point that relationships last longer if the woman likes the guy more. She has to. Otherwise, it's not going to last because women have so many check boxes that they need from the guy. But then you outgrew him and you're like, wait, hold on, this nigga's a bum. I'm good. I could do better.
The guy's not going to leave. The women will leave.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Men don't end relationships. Even if the girl's got to be like, the only time I've seen like guys really end relationships for real is like the girl cheated on him or whatever. But men rarely end relationships, right? Yeah. Like in your situation, that's a rare situation. He had a chick. He got pregnant. That was the main girl. But he came back to you after. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I feel like in order for a woman to be fulfilled and loved properly, the man should like her more than she likes him.
That's
just for her to feel it, you know? Because women require more.
That'd be annoying.
But he provides, he's already going to be providing you more if he attracted you, by definition, he provided more. Because think about it. What do girls have to barter with? Their looks and their sexuality, right? Let's keep it 1,000. Personality to a degree, right? What do men have to barter with? Well, for us, fortunately, we could barter with our looks, our charm, our charisma, our money, our status. So we have more things to barter with. But the thing is that the things that we have to barter with are harder to acquire. We're not born with, looks that can attract the opposite gender. Maybe to a degree, but
you guys can't just put on makeup.
And just get bitches. It's not gonna happen. So men have to bring more value. So I look at it like, if I see a man with a woman, 9 out of 10 times he brings more value than that girl did to get the relationship. Not every single time, but most of the time. Because he has to pull you. He has to talk to you. He has to charm you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And being real here, man, you give a girl what she wants more. She wants more and more and more, to a point where a guy's like, what the fuck, man? How much more should I give you?
Wait, you just thinking yourself?
No. Nigga, that wasn't me. That was
that was me.
Okay. No, you think this out, nigga.
That was me.
I wish, man.
That was me. That was Mo.
All right. But anyway, that's why I genuinely think that the woman needs to like the guy more, just because women get bored in relationships more and they need more satisfaction. So they need to get that emotional stimuli to feel like I got the best deal, so they don't leave.